Hi, this is Caitlin Classing here with the September vlog for Limelight LF, owned by ML Selzer. So most of a horse's 4-year-old year would be spent working on the first step of the training scale, rhythm and relaxation. However, we always like to remind people that before you can worry about rhythm and relaxation, you first need to have a horse that accepts and understands the two most basic aids, and that is going forward from the leg, giving the rider pushing power, and stopping from the hand. So each young horse is very individual, and you'll find in the training, especially in these formative years, that most of them have a part of that reaction to those aids that could become an Achilles heel for them if it doesn't get dealt with sort of in this phase of their training. And for Lisi, that's always been her reaction to the leg. So you can see here, this is at a schooling horse trial, that she's forward from the leg, but she's quite tight in her body. So she's not really giving us, another way I like to put this acceptance of the aids is energy that we can use. So you see here, and she comes into the halt, she's got a lot of energy. She's certainly reactive to the leg, but she's not using it in a way that we as the rider can cultivate and use to create a horse that is relaxed and rhythmical. So you can see here in this next clip too how it affects her jumping. She gets a little bit quick and a little bit short in her neck. So even though she's jumping the exercises, we're not seeing that pushing power used in a way that's going to help her develop her jumping shape. So knowing that about Lisi, a major focus of our training is just getting her properly forward from our leg, giving us energy that we as the rider can cultivate into pushing power, reaching out to the bridle rather than getting balled up or behind the bridle. She would be classically what you'd call a hot horse, but for us a horse that's hot is a horse that hasn't really been properly educated about the use of the aids. So you can see here, this is a little bit later, schooling her at home, just knowing that this is what we need to work on for her to be successful in the rest of her career. So here, Dan's riding her. The frame is quite long and a little bit low, but she's taking that pushing power, reaching across her back, across her top line, and then taking the bit forward. So now we have a horse that's giving us energy that we can cultivate into pushing power. And then here, this directly relates to her jumping. Through that exercise, you see she was able to hold a much steadier rhythm, and she was able to let Dan take her mouth through the bending line without dropping behind the leg and getting balled up, but she's taking the bit forward and making a better shape over the fences. And then you can see throughout this next clip, as time goes on, how we feel that her jump improves, and it's not because we've done anything to change how she naturally jumps, but we have changed her understanding of the aids. So a lot of times for the young horses, they have an innate ability, but it's our job as the rider and the trainer to cultivate that true acceptance of the aids, to create rhythm and relaxation that allows them to show their ability. So here we have clips from her next two events. You can see how much steadier she is in her rhythm throughout these courses, and hopefully really see the improvement in the shape of her jump. So she's able to hold her rhythm, and whether it's a long spot or a little bit of a shorter spot here, she has the tools that she needs to give us that pushing power over the jump. So now as the rider, we have energy that we can use, which is another way to say that the horse is properly in front of the leg. So we've been really happy with how our training has progressed. And here you can see her next clip from Seneca, which was her last event where she finished third. And we're hopeful that she's going to sort of carry on with this direction. But like I said, something that we're very aware of training young horses is making sure that within that first step on the training scale, we've really cultivated an understanding of the aids that's going to allow them to carry on and be successful in whatever they end up doing in life. So we look forward to carrying on. Her next event will be Maryland Horse Trials, and then from there we'll head to the Young Event Horse Championships, and we're excited to show her off.